It's got that look, that vibe. It's very boxy and rectangular everywhere you look at it. And you had mentioned, I've already spoiled it, that there's a third row in this, but you mentioned it didn't really feel from the outside like it was that big.
Yeah, from the outside, it doesn't feel like this huge behemoth 3-row SUV like some of them can feel like a Tahoe. But, you know, then on the inside, not only does it have a third row, but spoiler alert, it's a usable third row.
Yeah.
Like, it's comfortable, it's got enough leg room, so that's something in and of itself, you know.
And it's easy to get to with Tucker's car seat, but we'll talk about that later. Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey.
I'm Holly.
Back there is Tucker.
Yep, that's me.
And we are in a VW Atlas Peak Edition, their off-road ready version of their big 3-row crossover. And in this video, we'll tell you how it fits our family of 3. This is our first VW to test for a full week here on the channel, so huge thanks to Volkswagen for this 2025 VW Atlas
It's talking to you.
Peak Edition. So much like your Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk that we owned for many years, this is the more rugged version of their big 3-row crossover. And I must ask you, what do you think of the look of this avocado green crossover?
Yeah, I really like the look. I like the color that we have, the olive green. It's avocado. A little bit different.
Wrong food.
Oh, what? Oh.
You said olive. It's
olive avocado green. Pardon me. I do like the color, but I also like that it's broken up a little bit by a few different colors. Like you have the black mirrors, the front, look of the front, grille and everything. It looks a little aggressive, so you can kind of tell. Kind of like, I like that you compared it to the Trailhawk because that's exactly the vibe that I got from the look of it to the way it drives. Only this one is much bigger than the Jeep.
So its main rivals in the market right now, especially in this trim, would be the Honda Pilot Trail Sport and the Nissan Pathfinder Rock Creek, both of which we've tested here on the channel already. You could also say Chevy Traverse Z71, GMC Acadia AT4. The list goes on, but rugged 3-row crossovers. But yeah, it's got that look, that vibe. It's very boxy and rectangular everywhere you look at it. And you had mentioned, I've already spoiled it, that there's a third row in this, but you mentioned it didn't really feel from the outside like it was that big.
Yeah, from the outside, it doesn't feel like this huge behemoth 3-row SUV like some of them can feel like a Tahoe. But, you know, then on the inside, not only does it have a third row, but spoiler alert, it's a usable third row.
Yeah.
Like, it's comfortable, it's got enough leg room, so that's something in and of itself, you know.
And it's easy to get to with Tucker's car seat, but we'll talk about that later. But yes, so a great transition to the inside. What are your thoughts on the inside of this Peak Edition version of the Atlas?
Yeah, there's a lot to like about the design in here, and there's some that I don't like so much.
Let's start with what you do like and work our way down the list.
My favorite thing is the different use of colors here. You've got kind of the gray here, dark gray at the back, some black. So I like that. I like this. It's not textured, but it does. It's a different pattern.
Kind of checkerboard, and if you look closely, I can't see it now, but it does say Peak Edition in here somewhere.
Does it?
It did. I saw it when I got in.
Are you sure?
Maybe it's backlit, but yes, for a fact, I know when I got in, I was like, oh, it says Peak Edition.
Isn't it like one of those pictures that were really popular in the 90s that you have to cross your eyes to see? Is that it?
No. I think it's just backlit. Let me see. No. It's here. I swear. I'm not crazy. But yeah.
Well, that's debatable. But yeah, so I really like that. The seats are comfortable. They're gray and black. You don't think they're comfortable?
No, they are.
Oh, just the way you said, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, did I disagree with you? No, the seats are comfortable. Air conditioned too.
Heated,
nice.
ventilated front seats. They are
nice.
two-tone with the orange accent stitching again. Rock Creek, Trail Sport, they're all kind of going orange accents. So kind of leaning into that. But yeah, comfortable seats.
Yeah.
No memory setting.
This is my first VW to drive ever.
Ever.
Oh,
well, looky there.
Yeah.
Breaking you in right with one of their best sellers.
One of their best sellers.
But yeah, no memory seats in this one. This is the mid trim. So there's SE, SE with Tech. This is the SE Peak Edition. Then there's SEL and SEL Premium, both above this. So they do get more luxurious than this on the inside.
Yeah, like you said, no memory seats, no head-up display. But you do get the heated and ventilated seats.
I'm very appreciative of the ventilation.
Yeah,
right
for
now.
sure.
And we have this massive panoramic roof up
Which is really nice.
Massive screen here. Though, let's talk about the screen.
Are we going to talk about the screen first or the gloss black first?
Well, yes, and I already see fingerprints and smudges and dust.
Well, and there's gloss black right on your high touch areas.
Yep.
Buttons, which are already smudged. You can't really see them right at this moment, but when the sunlight hits it, oh, brother.
And more gloss black down here, too. Also high touch areas.
Yeah.
And you've got this lid that I feel is already broken, also gloss black, but we're probably just going to leave that open.
As most people probably do.
Yes. And this being a press vehicle, it's seen some wear, but yeah, I cannot get this to automatically close by any means, but it does slide close. But yes, going to the screen, you and I had a conversation about the screen before we hit record. What's our problem here?
You have to dig through the screen for everything.
Yeah. Ventilated
so you can
seats are in here.
Yeah, the ventilated seats are in here, which there is like a quick button here, but you got to click into here, and then it's like a lot of other things. And then once you're in that screen, it's hard to get back to the home screen.
I mean, you've got the X right there.
Oh, is that what that's for?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay, you got the X right there. That's.
Well, stick with me. I'll learn you a thing or two.
Well, but that's just, I mean, I know if this was our daily driver, we would learn how to do all of those things, but it is one of those things, if you're not a tech person, like, I just want a button. Just give me a button, which you can adjust your temperature right here on the button.
Slider.
The volume, already told you, it doesn't have to be a slider. Yeah. It can slide, but it doesn't have to be a slider. You can press it. Same with the volume right there. You can just press it if you want to. So that's okay. But you do have to dig. I haven't found the automatic start, stop, off button.
Yep.
Which I figured was...
It's in the screen.
It was
there it is right
buried
there.
Somewhere.
So, yeah.
But I will say about the automatic start, stop. I know we're not to driving impressions yet, but you can definitely tell when it turns off. By the way the car kind of settles. But I didn't feel any temperature difference in the air conditioner, and it's summer in Texas. So that's why I didn't dig through the screen. I figured it was buried. I didn't dig through the screen because I was like, well, it's kind of annoying when it stops, but I'm not burning up. And I'm not really seeing a difference. So,
speaking of air conditioning, we got dual level vents here. So
yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. You can point air in multiple different
But I
ways.
feel like it's, I guess that's the reason, huh?
So, like, I can help
Because I'm like,
send
it's
some
not
back
bigger than any other fence.
Yeah.
It just has to.
You can send it in different ways, which Tucker does not have ceiling mounted vents back there. They're on the back of the center console. But Tucker, how is your space and comfort back there in the second row?
Kind of cramped, but I would give it 1 thumbs down and 1 thumbs up.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that is because you're in that booster seat, which kind of brings you away from the seat back. Otherwise, it's a pretty roomy back seat. What are some other things you like about this car, though, T-Man?
Well, I like the storage on storage on storage on storage on storage on storage.
You're stealing Mommy's thunder on that one. But before we talk storage, what do you think I need to show people right now?
Putting in my child safety seat.
In both the second and third row, because, well, it is a 3-row vehicle after all. And then we'll start that storage conversation. Before we bring in Tucker's Graco Extended Fit child safety seat, the same one he's been riding in since he graduated out of his car carrier, I want to talk about the back 2 rows for adults in this. So we have seating for 7, 2, 3, 2, going all the way back, and there is a lot to like in all 3 rows. First and foremost, child seat friendly second row seats. So even with his car seat in place, this second row seat makes it very easy for me to climb into that back seat. And it's also a usable back seat, as I will demonstrate crawling in myself. You can see we do have these massive headrests here. It is a 50-50 split 2-person back seat, but plenty of room back here, multiple cup holders, a place for a cell phone, air vents in the pillars, all of which I really like. And these are sliding second row seats, so you can negotiate for more rear legroom back here with the upfront passengers. You also get 2 USB-C power ports back here, all of which work very nicely. Now, unfortunately, there are no lower latches back here, something that competitors from Nissan, from Honda and Hyundai have been doing in their 3-row vehicles as of late. So that is something I would like to see. If you are going to be putting a child seat back here, you will be using the seatbelt method. Now, I will go ahead and drop both these headrests down because we'll be talking about rear cargo storage here in just a moment, and we will need those headrests down and out of the way. Now, talking about second row seats, you can see this has got a 2-way handle here for adjusting which way it goes, and again, 60-40 split sliding second row seats. So plenty of range of motion here. They are the same synthetic leather seats that we see up front with the dual tone, which I really like. Before we climb in though, I do want to show you the door. We've got storage here, in an additional pocket that we don't normally see. Storage here big enough for an iPhone, and then sunshades built in that do a great job of covering nearly all of the window, which I really like. All the same materials and textures we see up front, repeated back here in the back, so you aren't left out and wanting more. Sliding in, it is a very roomy second row seat, so you can see I absolutely could give third row passengers more room sitting behind myself at 5'10". I do have 3-zone air vents back here, which is very nice. All my controls for that are right here. We have some additional power down there, all of which is very nice, and a fairly flat load floor. So someone riding here in the center isn't really going to be too cramped. My knees aren't up underneath my chin, even here in the middle. If you don't have anyone in the middle, you do have a fold down armrest with a triplicate cup holder if you'd like. And then a really cool feature that we really do not see a lot in bench seats is we have lower latch points all the way across. So 6 total latch points in the middle row here. So what we don't have in the third row, we make up for here in the middle. So if you want to carry 3 across or just 1 in the center, you can do that without having to borrow these lower latch points from any other seat. Plus the fact that you're kind of 60-40 split here with the sliding mechanism. I really like that a lot. Additional storage and map pockets on both of the front seats as well to go with everything in the door. But we will go ahead now and grab Tucker's Graco Extended Fit child safety seat, and we will put it in its rear facing format to show you, yeah, you really don't have to move the seat at all from where I was sitting up front. You have plenty of room in here for a rear-facing or forward-facing car seat. So this is a great family vehicle for growing families because there is plenty of room there. And when they grow up, as Tucker has, you can turn them around and very easily install the child seat here in the second row. When I was in Detroit a couple years ago for the auto show, I did say of the crossover SUVs at the auto show that this had the best third row configuration. A lot of that is due to the fact that you could get into the third row still with a child seat in place. And I'll show you exactly what I mean here in just a moment after we tighten the seat down and get it snug and into place, because there are multiple ways to go ahead and put that top tether in. You can do it this way, sliding it forward and searching for that top tether, tightening it down like this. Plenty of room to do that from the side of the vehicle, or You can pull the latch I showed you earlier and you can see it tilts up and out of the way, and now you have a great view of that top tether and can get back there just fine. So all kinds of different ways to get to the back seat, to the back of the middle seat. And I really do like this for families with kids in car seats. It just makes getting into that back row so easy, having the ability to do that even with a child seat in place. So no matter where you have it back here, it is completely usable. Now we are not done talking about storage because there is so much here in the VW Atlas. As we open up the rear hatch, you can see we've got a decent amount of space behind the third row. So many 3 rows here lately, especially the Kia Sorento we were just testing. The back headrest, the backrest is in the back window with the back seat up. That is not the case here with the Atlas. It's a big boxy shape, means there's a lot of cargo space back behind the third row. We even have some additional storage with some sound deadening underneath back here. And underneath this sound deadening, we do have a temporary spare tire, so it's not exposed out dirty, getting all that road grime on it. It is underneath here. All your tools to replace a flat tire are right there. So additional storage and some necessary tools and items down below the rear cargo floor back here. And then as we close the rear cargo, you can see we have a little additional storage here, a little additional storage here. But with the flick of a couple switches here, you have tons of cargo space with that fold flat third row seat. And with these clips here for the seat belts on the side, you really do have a cavernous rear cargo area. And since we have a bench seat, I don't know why bench seats have become so unpopular. You can still seat 5 people and have tons of stuff back here. I like that a lot. And then that second row seat does fold flat as well, giving you an insane amount of cargo space if we didn't already have Tucker's Tucker's child safety seat installed here. And then moving up, you can see we have a handle, but we also have a button to power close our hatch. It does start coming down almost immediately after pushing it, so just be sure you're out of the way. Plenty of room in the back, very quick and easy fold flat third row seat for even more storage, fold flat second row seat for more storage. But then we've been talking about unique storage cubbies hidden throughout.
Yeah.
On storage.
You've got this little pocket right here that you've got your makeup and your glasses in. You've got this pass-through down here. You've got covered storage here, cup holders, door pulls, storage down here, big center console.
Let's talk about the storage in the back seat that Tucker's talking about.
All right.
The storage in the door is
there are 2 pockets.
2 pockets.
Yeah. So very interesting storage situations throughout in this one. So huge kudos to VW for finding more and more ways and places to store stuff, to put stuff. But as we're preparing to turn on the historic brick streets of downtown Tyler, Texas, we can talk about ride and handling. Again, this is the off-road ready version, so we've got those 18-inch all-terrain tires. How do you feel your wobbly head is back there in the back, Tucker?
A little smooth.
A little smooth? Holly, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's pretty smooth.
Yeah, and we're about to hit the biggest bump.
No, yeah,
that
wasn't too bad.
Yeah, you hear it. You didn't really feel it.
There's a little fill, but not bad.
So I'd say this is a very comfortable 3-row crossover.
Yes.
For families. Getting a little reverb now from the brick streets, but it's kind of unique to this certain pavement type we're driving on.
Yeah.
But
I thought you were going to say unique to this SUV, and I'm like, no, it's not.
To the pavement type on which we are driving. Yeah, I'd say it's a pretty compliant ride. It doesn't beat you up. It's not super floaty, which I noted the first time we had a Honda Pilot Trail Sport in its newest trim. So we've got that. How's the power? I will note for 2024, they got rid of the V6, so we now have a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. You already talked about the start-stop, which we've defeated, but what has been your experience driving it around?
For the most part, I've thought that it's a really nice ride to drive.
Yeah.
Nice and smooth. There have been a couple of instances coming off the line at a red light that it's been a little laggy.
Okay.
It kind of reminded me of the transmission issue in the Jeep Trailhawk, speaking of. You know how it kind of did that?
Had to think about what it
Had
wanted
to think about it a little bit. Kind of like that, not as bad. But once it got going, one thing I really like about the way this drives is it's just going to go.
Yeah.
Like, and you know I like to coast a lot, but this thing coasts. Like, once you get it up and going, yeah, I like that. Because then it helps with the fuel efficiency.
Yep. So it's been a comfortable one to drive, an easy one to drive. There's some quirks with the screen, but how has it felt like just jumping in? I sent you on a couple of errands. I said, just take the VW and go. Was it an easy car to get in and just, for the most part?
Yeah, for the most part. There was a learning curve with how to fix the air conditioner, but other than that, because it's buried and whatnot, other than that, it has been, you can pretty much just jump in this car and go. Yeah. The other thing with driving it, I would say, is the steering wheel is a little loose.
Okay.
A little bit. Like, the car doesn't feel floaty, but the steering wheel feels a little floaty.
Interesting. Okay. What about the visibility out of this big boxy 3-row? Has it been good? Has it been limited? What are your thoughts?
Well, I haven't figured out, and I don't know, maybe, so this is a question for you. Is there a camera that you can just turn on, or is it just the backup cam?
So this one does not have 360 cameras, only the backup camera. And interestingly enough, if you turn off the back parking sensors to back down our steep driveway and not trigger the automatic braking, it kills the camera. So,
weird.
Yeah, the camera situation is weird.
They're like, you don't need parking assist, backup assist. You don't get nothing. Nothing for you. Okay, interesting. So that is one thing that I wish that it had, just because the front is so boxy and long for me, especially as a shorty. I've been nervous pulling up to the curbs and stuff like that when I park. So I would like a 360 camera up there. But other than that, the visibility has been pretty good. Of course, when you have the shades up, it's a little dark. I've seen darker, though. You can see through it a little bit better than some of the other ones.
Big back window?
Big back window, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I had to ask you about the screen behind the steering wheel. It's multi-configurable, but this being the Peak Edition, first and foremost in front of you, you have your altimeter and your compass. Those are the two primary things you see in front of you. And then flanking it, you've got your fuel economy and your speed. What are your thoughts on that?
Can you change that?
Yes, it's very configurable. In fact, you can even delete that speedometer display on the right and make it even more obscure. And I'm like, why would you want to do that? But yes, it's
that's the only way you can see how fast you're going.
It's a configurable center screen, but the majority of the real estate is dedicated to the compass and your altimeter.
So you can't make your speedometer in the middle.
I have not figured it out, no. So sound off in the comments if you have one and you figured it out.
Yeah, I don't love it. They're like, what do I need my compass right there in the middle big for?
I mean, when you're you're exploring the peaks in your Peak Edition Atlas.
Are people really taking this off-roading that much that
No, I would say
Okay.
All right, are we to a window sticker?
Yeah.
All right, you've already mentioned fuel economy. It's rated at 18 city, 25 highway, 20 combined. We're getting 16.3 in our heavy city use with a lot of idling. We've picked him up from camp. It's hot outside.
It was 17.4 earlier.
So, not a total fair comparison. Take it with a grain of salt that, we're getting 16 in this one. But, Tucker, you want to do the price? You see my thumb? All right. Remember, Holly, this is a mid-trim, so there are two trims above this that are more luxurious. What are your thoughts?
This is mid-trim,
not
the base, so there's one lower than this.
Two lower than
this. Okay. Tucker, you got it?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to say 42.
Higher.
45.
Higher.
Ooh. Are we in the 40s?
Yeah.
47.
Ooh.
48.
$48.08.
$48,080 as equipped. $48,080. Not too bad. And again, they do get more luxurious in this.
I mean, it is a 3-row.
It's a spacious 3-row, which brings us to Mom's 5 favorite features in this. What are your 5 favorite features of this Atlas?
Yeah, so my 5 favorite features are the screens, the sun shades in the back that come up and down like that. There are, did we talk about? There are latch points all across the 3 seats in the back seat. In the middle row. So not a lot of cars have that. And if you have a lot of kids in car seats.
Yep.
Great. Then you have storage on storage on storage on storage on storage.
Yep.
On storage on storage on storage.
On storage on storage on storage.
On storage.
A very usable 3rd row.
Yep.
With a 2nd row that is car seat compatible, where you can lay it down with the car seat still attached. Of course, check your car seat manual to make sure that your car seat is built to do that safely, but that's good. And then the air conditioned seats.
Gotta love a good ventilated seat.
Love a ventilated seat.
Especially not having to go to the top trim to get it. So I really do appreciate that. It's one thing this has got over the Nissan Pathfinder Rock Creek with their cloth inserts. No ventilated seats on that one.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
There you have it. Mom's 5 favorite features for this 3-row VW Atlas. If you want to see more from Holly on Facebook and Instagram, you can find her at Instagram. And you can find her at Female Consumer. You can find all things GT Garage Talk at GT Garage Talk. Facebook, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, YouTube. Everything. Or you can go to gtgaragetalk.com, where you'll find links to everything from there. But as for us, in the 2025 Volkswagen Atlas Peak Edition, until next time, gearheads.
Bye. Stay tuned and stay tuned. And in case you were thinking about leaving,
stay tuned.
And also, if you were gonna drop your kid off at school,
stay tuned.
And stay tuned.